4 high schools, 7 middle schools, 1 college, and a university, and much more. Now introducing your most comprehensive weekly local sports show in Madison County, the Richmond Register Sports Show. The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. Here's your host for all things local sports, the Richmond Register sports editor, Nathan Hutchison.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Richmond Register Sports Show. My name is Nathan Hutchinson. I'm the sports editor of the Richmond Register, and very much appreciate you tuning in this week to check out our show. So coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to have Madison Southern boys soccer coach Andrew Lunsford and a couple of his players here. Got the big Central Southern game, Tuesday night doubleheader, boys, girls, down at Southern on Tuesday night. So we'll be there to cover all the action. We're going to get the little preview of that and also a little recap of their season so far. Off to a good start. They're 4-2. With a couple of narrow losses to some really good opponents. So they'll be here in just a few minutes. But as always, we like to start off the show with the recap of the week that was in Madison County sports. We do want to send our thoughts and prayers out to EKU football coach Walt Wells. He had a medical emergency this morning, and he's being taken care of. Hopefully he'll be okay. The Colonels are supposed to open the season Friday night up in eastern Michigan, up in Ypsilanti. I don't know if Coach will be able to make that trip or not, but obviously Coach has been a guest here a few times, and we really like Coach, so wishing him all the best. So we'll get more information to you as we can. EKU put out a statement this afternoon about it, so just everybody, I guess, just keep your fingers crossed, and hopefully he'll be all right. But looking back on the week that was now, high school football week 2, and another just unbelievable game at Madison Central High School on Friday nights. It's the two Friday nights in a row, instant classics over there. And this time it was Madison Central rallying for a 29-28 win over Dunbar. Indians fell behind 28-21 with 2:20 to go. A huge kickoff return from Brock Eads set up a 1-yard touchdown run by Brady Hensley. And instead of kicking the extra point to tie the game, Coach Mike Holcomb rolled the dice, went for the 2-point conversion. They got Dunbar to jump offside, so it became a 1-yard 2-point conversion. And Brady Hensley, despite a bit of a bad ankle, was able to power his way into the end zone. 29-28, and of course, in the opening week of the season, it was a 38-34 win at home for Madison Central over LCA on a touchdown with 2 seconds left. So the cardiac kids from Central keep getting it done, but they moved to 2-0 on the season. And after the game, we got a chance to talk to Brock Eads and Brady Hensley.
Here at Madison Central High School, where the Indians have rallied for an exciting 29-28 win over Dunbar. Brady Hensley, Brock Eads. Brock, I can start with you. You guys are down. The kickoff return there, you had the big return all the way to the 7-yard line to set up the game-winning touchdown. Kind of what'd you see on that return?
I don't know. I was trusting my guys, follow my blocks, you know what I'm saying? Saw the hole, hit it. Tried to go as far as I could.
All right, and Brady.
Up to the offense, they put it in there. They really do their thing.
All right, well, Brady, you got down there. You snuck it in from the 1. Was there any doubt in your mind you guys were going to go for 2, or what did you think they were going to call the play?
We did it last year against Bryan Station down here. We didn't get it, so we weren't going to let that happen again. And our big guys up front gave me a hole and was able to get in.
Yeah, and we were kind of joking. I mean, you're kind of limping. You got hit early, and you didn't play much in the second half. But when the last minute there, you came out there and got the go-ahead touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Yes, sir. Got a little banged up, but I'll be all right. I want to thank this guy right here, number 21 Matheson, the whole team. They did great tonight. They picked it up for me and a few guys that got banged up, and they did great.
Yeah, I mean, just Hagen's got his foot's bothering him a little bit. He's got an ankle injury, and everybody's had to step it up, right, Brock?
Yes, sir.
Be good.
All right, like Coach said at the end there, the Indians never quit, right?
Yes, sir.
Thanks to Brock and Brady for taking some time to talk to us after the game. Like I said, Brady Hensley had 2 1-yard touchdown runs in the second half, playing on a banged-up ankle. Jaden West had a touchdown catch in the first half. Brock Eads with a touchdown run in the first quarter. Hagen Harrison, 13 of 25, 211 yards and 1 touchdown, and he was playing on a banged-up foot as well. Jaden West, 7 catches, 103 yards. Jared Grant had 5 catches for 102 yards. Brock Eads, 17 carries for 97 yards. And Bryant Mathis with 8 carries for 51 yards, and also had an interception on defense. Parker Mullins with 9 tackles, and LJ Fuentes with 8 tackles as well. So here's Coach Mike Holcomb after the game, after another thrilling, exciting win for the Indians.
All right, we're back here at Madison Central High School with Coach Mike Holcomb after the Indians rally for a 29-28 win over Dunbar. Coach, second straight week, the last-second comeback. You guys always make it interesting, don't you?
Well, yeah, these guys, they're making me older than I already am, but, just a lot of things to overcome tonight. We didn't start off too well, and then running back goes out, and he's not ready to go. Brady's not ready to go. He got hurt, he got hit, and put him out, and then we just got people just keep stepping up. What about Brock Eads on his touchdown run? And he ran the ball for us hard. Mm-hmm. Our line stepped up, and they just kept playing. Hayden made big throws. Jaden made plays. Travis Grant made plays. So people just kept making plays, and our sophomore running back stepped in, and which our big line takes a lot of part of that. But defensively, coaches got them shut down, and we fooled around and back gave it to them. I did a bad coaching job tonight. There were some things that happened that shouldn't have happened, but sometimes it does, and the kids bailed us out.
Yeah, any hesitation there at all to go for 2, or was that the whole plan the whole way at the end?
No, I was even when we got down there, but they jumped, and then that put it down there again, and I didn't think they could stop it,
Yeah, like I said.
And we played our guts out to get back in it, and there's just a lot of happen when you have to go to overtime, or there was some time left too. So, we left a minute 10 on it the other night. So we know what can happen.
Yeah, and Brady, like you said, kind of limping around out there, but he found enough guts and courage to get the 1 yard on the touchdown, and then the 1 yard on the conversion.
Yeah, well, our kids reached back, and they work super hard every day in the weight room and year round. Coach Chapman does with them, and then Coach Blair with their defense. But what their strength and conditioning showed up tonight, I felt like is late in the game.
All right, well, congratulations.
Appreciate Coach as always, and 2-0 on the season, and back in action Friday night down in Berea against Madison Southern. Well, unfortunately, the other 2 games involving Madison County schools on Friday night in high school football were not as exciting. Madison Southern went over to Clark County and was handed a 43-13 loss by the Cardinals. The Eagles fall to 0-2 on the season. Jay-Sean Etheridge with 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing. He played a little quarterback at times. The quarterback there, Ethan Woods, is a little bit banged up. But it was 14-0 GRC early. Etheridge got that score, that touchdown reception to make it 14-7. And then GRC scored the next 4 touchdowns to make it 43-7 at the half. That's, if you go back to last year now, is 6 straight losses for Madison Southern, and they will try to snap that losing streak. Like I said, Friday night at home against their arch rivals from here in Richmond, Madison Central. And Berea Community was also on the road, and they also fell to 0-2 on the season, 32-2 loss at Nicholas County. The Blue Jackets went up 6-0 early. Berea got a big play on special teams when a bad snap was recovered in the end zone for a safety, but that was the only points the Pirates would get on the night. It was 24-2 at the half, and like I said, Pirates fall to 0-2 on the season. Be back in action Friday at Adair County in a game that's supposed to start at 7 o'clock, so a little bit earlier start time there as they make a long drive out to Adair County. So I was joking with Randy about this earlier, but high school golf news from Saturday, and this is ridiculous, folks. I mean, high school golf in the state of Kentucky is unbelievable right now, boys and girls. But Trinity Shamrock Invitational at Neville Mead in Prospect on Saturday. Just ridiculous numbers. Madison Central senior Clay Pendergrass shoots a new career low of 9 under 63 and loses the tournament by 2 strokes because Michael Long of Trinity shot a course record 11 under 61 and won by 2 strokes over Clay Pendergrass. Madison Central goes 281 as a team, minus 7th, and ties for 3rd. Taylor County took the title. Some ridiculous number here. Where is it? Somewhere there. Oh, yeah. 15 under 273. St. X was a 9 under 279. And Trinity tied with Central at 281. But not only did Clay Pendergrass go 9 under 63, Warren Thomas was a 5 under 67. He tied for 3rd. Radney Bales plus 375, Mason Hamrick a plus 476, and Braden Bond a plus 1183. Central boys will return to action this coming Saturday at Boone's Trace. But that's amazing. I was seeing a lot of posts on social media earlier today from people saying, look at these scores, and I mean that's incredible. Those are numbers you'd expect out of college or professional golfers. So really looking forward to what's going to happen in the region and the state, because it's just going to be a lot of excitement. But the Madison Central girls had this weekend off. They'll be back in action this Saturday as well, as they continue to look to keep their winning ways going. So heading into boys soccer here, and after the first 3 weeks of the season, we still have one undefeated team here in Madison County, and it's the Model Patriots. 3 games last week, 3 more wins to move to 8-0 on the season. On Wednesday, 9-0 at home over Trinity Christian. On Thursday, 4-1 at home over Mercer County. And then on Saturday, a 2-0 win on the road over Villa Madonna. In the win over Trinity Christian, it was Keshav Bandari with 5 goals and an assist. And then on Thursday against Mercer County, it was Keshav Bandari with a goal and 2 assists. And then on Saturday, it was Keshav Bandari and Cannon Fain with goals. And that was actually Model's first road game of the season, 7 straight home games to open the year. And they moved to 8-0 with the win Saturday on the road. Keshav Bandari now with 21 goals and 8 assists on the season. And the Patriots will put that undefeated record on the line Monday at LCA in the opening round of the 11th Region All-A Classic. Now, the Madison Southern boys had 2 games last week, rolled to a 10-0 win at home Tuesday over Southwestern, then suffered a 3-1 loss on Thursday at Dunbar. And the win over Southwestern was Avery Davidson with 3 goals, Garrett Wickersham with 2 goals, Rue Limmer with 2 goals and an assist, and Hayden Shepard and Micah Whitaker also had a goal and an assist each. Connor Patterson picking up the shutout win in the nets. And then the game with Dunbar, Avery Davidson had an early goal, and the Eagles led for about 45 minutes in this one, but 3 late goals by Dunbar turned everything around, and it was the Bulldogs picking up a 3-1 win over Madison Southern. And of course, 4-2 on the season now, and of course they'll take on Madison Central Tuesday night at home. And speaking of Madison Central, picked up their first 2 wins of the season last week. Tuesday, a 10-0 win over Berea on the road, and then Thursday, a 5-1 win at home over South Laurel, and then on Saturday suffered a 2-1 loss at home to Warren Central. In the win over Berea Community, it's Parker Wilson with 3 goals and an assist, Tyler Smith with 2 goals and an assist, and Sam Hughes with a goal and 3 assists. And also had Bradley Ball, Ashton Ward, and Justin Wagers with goals in that game as well. 2-4 on the season for Madison Central, and like we keep saying, Tuesday night down in Berea against Madison Southern. The Berea Community boys had a couple of games last week. That was obviously the 10-0 loss to Madison Central on Tuesday, but then rebounded with a 4-3 win on the road over Wayne County. In the win over Wayne County, it was Shaden Lovins with 2 goals and an assist, Finley Blevins with a goal, and Samuel Bolacaro with a goal and an assist. It was Peyton Jones and Jake Wilson also had assists. And in that game, Berea was down 3 starters, but rallied for a good win on the road, and they'll be back in action Monday against Sayre in the opening round of the 11th Region All-A Tournament, and Berea now 2-4 on the season. Moving on to high school girls soccer, we'll start off with Madison Central. They had just 1 game this past week, and it was an 8-0 win over district rival Berea down at Berea City Park. Callie Lloyd with 2 goals. Madeline Hendricks with a goal and an assist, Julian Ross, Natalie Knecht, Skylar Collingsworth, and Cecily Luton had goals as well. And after the game, we got a chance to talk to Emily Couch and Riley Hull.
We're here at Berea City Park where the Lady Indians of Madison Central picked up an 8-0 win over Berea. Emily Couch, Riley Hull, thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, the coach was just kind of listening into the conversation after the game. You guys went with a different offensive format tonight. Yes. You guys have been struggling a little bit to score some goals. You got 8 tonight. Do you think the change made a difference?
Definitely, we were able to put more things together and finish, obviously, but we can definitely improve more.
I think we had a lot more opportunities today.
Yeah.
With our formation, we were able to get more balls up and put ball away.
Yeah, that's something you guys are going to use moving forward, or was this kind of a one-game thing, or we're going to see how it works?
This got us more comfortable using it, so we'd be able to use it more in game.
Yeah.
More of a test.
Yeah.
Good practice.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah. Well, obviously, it had been a little bit of a struggle scoring some goals. Lots of girls got involved tonight.
Yeah.
And of course, you guys you got the day off as a reward for this, and you're going up Saturday to watch the professional team up in Louisville.
Yes. Some good team bonding.
We're excited.
We're excited about that. Yeah. And of course, and then looming off in the distance next Tuesday is that big showdown with Madison Southern, which could determine the district number 1 seed. So, you guys thinking ahead of that yet, or?
Yep. We'll get back to practicing Monday and get prepared for Tuesday. Yep.
Okay. All right. What's the big the emphasis going into that one, and just preparation wise?
Keep connecting, finding feet, and obviously putting goals in the back of the net.
So find scoring opportunities.
Okay. All right. Congratulations. Thanks.
All right. Well, the Madison Southern Lady Eagles had a couple of games last week, and they opened the schedule on Monday with a 1-0 win over Model. And of course, 2 out of the last 3 times these teams had played each other, the game had gone to a shootout, and it looked like that might happen again on Monday. But it was Mallory Dewerson with a goal in the second half off an assist from Sydney Hawker. And it was the Eagles picking up a 1-0 win. Claire Kress, 15 saves in the net for Madison Southern, and Claire Garner with 20 saves in the net for Model. And after the game, I got a chance to talk to Mallory Dewerson and Claire Kress.
All right, we're here at Eastern Kentucky University, where the Madison Southern Lady Eagles have picked up a hard-fought 1-0 win over the Model Lady Patriots. Claire Kress, Mallory Dewerson, congratulations, girls.
Thank you.
Claire, didn't get a lot of action back there, but they did have a PK in the first half that sent over the bar, and then there was a couple of free kicks, and they had a corner there late, so you didn't have a whole lot of saves, but it's still another hard-fought game between district rivals.
Yeah, we just had to keep our composure in the back, and my defense really helped me out there, keeping it up the field, and Mallory had a nice goal. Perfect left foot.
Yeah, within the second half, walk us through that play, Mallory.
Yeah, well, it was an assist from one of my girls, Sydney. We moved the ball up the field really well, and it was a good opportunity to have that shot.
Yeah, 2 out of the last 3 games between you guys and Model had gone to a shootout, and I would have bet $10 before the game that would have gone to a shootout again, but it almost did. But that's just how all these games are, right, Claire? All these
Yeah,
games.
it's really an adventure going through all these games. I'm glad we didn't go into a shootout, but I mean, we worked hard to keep it up, and we moved the ball really well. Ashley in the middle, Ashley, Molly, and Carly out wide. Just really good stuff.
You can tell each game as we go on, we're working a whole lot better. We're just learning to play with each other the right way. And you can really tell on the field we're doing so much better since the first game we played. So.
Yeah, we keep improving every time, and it's starting to show.
Yeah, 4 straight wins, and I said really, possession-wise, you kind of dominated possession in the second half, Mallory.
Yeah, thank you.
Not you in particular, the whole team did. I'm just saying, as a team, well, you were a big part of that, but as a team you did. So, how do you think offensively you guys are kind of coming together here?
I think our very first game, I was kind of scared after we played against Sayre. But once we practice and start playing together and getting to know each other and how we play, it just all comes together.
All right. 4-1 on the season, right? 4?
Yes.
That's right. And Scott County on Thursday, so good luck to you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, well, the Model Lady Patriots had a pair of games last week as well. Of course, I told you about the 1-0 loss to Madison Southern at home on Monday, and they rebounded with a 2-1 win on the road Wednesday over Franklin County. A real good win for them there. It was Maya Bondari with 2 goals, Serena Florial with an assist, and it was Claire Garner with 5 saves, 3-1-2 on the season for Model. They'll be back in action Tuesday in the semifinals of the 11th Region All-A Classic. And Berea Community, after had a busy week as well. Tuesday, they picked up a 4-1 win at home over Garrett County. It was Maddie King with 3 goals, and Katie Easlett with a goal, and Diane Weidman and Amelia Kahn combined to get the shutout in goal. And after the game, I got a chance to talk to Maddie King and Diane Weidman.
All right, we're here at Berea City Park, where the Lady Pirates have picked up a 4-1 win over Garrett County. Maddie King, Diane Weidman. Maddie, 3 goals tonight. You had 2, I think, in the first 5 minutes of the game, so you guys were up 2-0 right away. Kind of what was the feeling early on to go out there and get an early lead like that?
I think our formation that we played with definitely helped us, so that's a plus.
Yeah, well, you got a PK right off the bat, and when you take PKs, do you go up to the line and do you know where you're going to go, or do you kind of base it on where the goalie's leaning, or kind of how do you approach it?
I usually just take a corner and just wing it, but I try to step up for the team and take it, so yeah.
Diane, you were in goal in the first half, and you had an assist in the field in the second half. You had a PK against you.
Yes.
So how do you approach PKs when you're in there?
I haven't trained a lot as keeper with PKs, but I always just look at how they're angling their feet, and I'm just keep in mind that all the pressure is on the person who's kicking it. There's none on me, because PKs are really unfair for keepers. So I keep my head up, and it gave me a boost of energy to not let any more goals in for the rest of the game.
Yeah. When you go out in the field, you've been doing that quite a bit this year, where you're going to go half and half. You kind of like that?
Yes, I really enjoy it. Of course, I love playing keeper.
I like her up top with me.
Yeah, we have a really great connection up at the top with the three of us up there, so I really like playing up there.
Okay, well, you guys teamed up for the final goal there, so kind of walk us through that one.
Oh, that was, she had such a good pass to me. Like, there could have not been a better, assist. It was really good.
I just...
That's, our game plan, kind of.
Yeah.
We kind of, if the defensive line is playing up more, we try to kick the ball up and go and get it and stuff. So.
Yeah, I got it off of a punt. The keeper punted it, and I just stepped to it. And I was very lucky that I had no one around me, and the two center backs crashed, and I just played it right through them. And we just have really good connection, and we're able to tell when to pass and everything.
All right, well, big 4-1 win. Congratulations. See you next time.
Then on Thursday, of course, it was Berea suffering an 8-0 loss to Madison Central at home. And then on Saturday, they suffered a 6-0 loss at home to South Laurel. Monday for the Lady Patriots against LCA in the first round of the 11th Region All-A Classic. High school volleyball, it was a good week for the Madison Central Lady Indians. We'll start off on Monday, a 3-1 win at home over Berea Community. Ananiah Hughley with 10 kills. Emma Carter with 17 assists, and Lily Dobbins with 15 digs. And after the match, we got a chance to talk to Coach Janet Thacker and Lily Dobbins.
All right, we're here at Madison Central High School, where the Lady Indians have picked up a 3-0 win over district rival Berea. Coach Janet Thacker and Lily Dobbins, congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coach, I guess it's been a pretty good run to start the year. Talk about you did lose to Frederick Douglass last week, which you played really well in a tournament up at Apollo last week against some really good competition. So.
Yeah, some teams that we wouldn't normally play. We went 5-1, got beat by Central Hardin, which is ranked 8th in the state, but we should have won the game. Should have won that one.
Lily, talk about that experience playing those teams up there.
I thought we did really well at the tournament. I think we really competed against Central Hardin. We went to 3 sets, so I think we definitely could have won. But I think we're improving every single game.
And you got a lot of kids back from last year. I mean, we kind of joked when we did the preview that you're the new coach, but you know all these kids, so it had to be a pretty easy transition.
It is. It's just trying to advance their learning of the game and as a team and as individuals.
Yeah, Lily, I mean, Central never lost to Berea, but obviously the first set was kind of close. They gave you a bit of a challenge, and you gotta take everybody seriously.
Yeah, it's hard to play at our level sometimes when we're playing teams that play slower or against teams that play faster. You have to keep your own level the whole game. So it was harder to do that for the first set, but I think we figured it out at the end.
All right, Coach, what's the rest of the week hold for you?
We play Trinity Christian on Thursday.
All right, then on Thursday, as you heard there, they went to take on Trinity Christian up in Lexington, also rolled to a 3-0 win. And then Friday and Saturday, they were in the Boyle County Invitational over in Danville. Won all 5 of their matches in straight sets to take the championship in that tournament. So Lady Indians are back in action Tuesday at home against Bryan Station. Tough week for the Madison Southern Lady Eagles. Tuesday, a 3-1 loss at home to Boyle County. Wednesday, a 3-0 loss at GRC. Thursday, a 3-1 loss at Lincoln County. And then on Saturday, 2-0 losses at home to Pulaski County and Wayne County. They'll be back at home Monday in action at home against Berea Community. Berea Community girls volleyball team also had a very busy week. On Monday, it was a 3-1 loss at Madison Central, obviously, which we just talked about. And Tuesday, a 3-2 win at Bergen. And then Thursday, a 3-1 win over Frankfort Christian. And in the win over Frankfort Christian, Trinity Hannon with 21 digs, Taylor Johnson 18 assists, 6 digs, and 4 aces. Kaylee Harrison with 6 aces, 6 kills, and 6 digs. 3-2 on the season, and they'll be back in action Monday at Madison Southern. 2-4 on the season now for the Model Lady Patriot volleyball team. A 3-0 loss at home to Danville Christian on Thursday. And then Saturday they were in a tournament in Pikeville where they picked up wins over Pikeville and Oneida Baptist and suffered a loss to June Buchanan. We'll be back in action Monday at Bourbon County. And on to cross-country news. Madison Central took 5th place in both the boys and girls team competition at the Bourbon County Colonel Challenge in Paris on Saturday. For the girls, Madison Central Shelby Lamb was 8th, Meredith Campbell was 37th, and for the boys it was Models Ty Balzer finishing 24th in a PR time, and Madison Central's Carter Lamb was 25th, and Models Sahil Cuddy Poffenberger was 28th in a personal best time as well. Got all the results from everybody that was in that at richmondregister.com if you want to go check that out. We had athletes from Berea Community, Model, and Central all in that event. So, and looking forward, we got the EKU football on Friday night, heading up to Eastern Michigan. I encourage you to go to easternprogress.com to get the best coverage of that, along with our buddy Vince Stover, who does the Sports Stove podcast, does a great job covering the Colonels. So we want to get some in-depth previews of the Colonels leading up to the season opener. I think that's the best place to do it. Vince has done a little position-by-position preview for about the last 2 weeks. He's broken it down and did one for each position. So go check that out if you want to do that. So, well, coming up here in a minute, we're going to have the Madison Southern boys soccer team as we get ready for the big matchup on Tuesday night down there in Berea.
The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote.
Wynn's Auto Detailing Service.
And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms.
All right, welcome back. We are joined by Madison Southern boys soccer coach Andrew Lunsford. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. And it's been a pretty good season so far. It's only been 3 weeks now, but 4-2, and both losses came against good 11th region opponents, and you led in both those games. So I guess a few weeks in, you got to feel pretty good about where you guys are at.
Yeah, and the regular season's only been a couple of weeks, but this goes back to preparation we've been doing since late spring. So for us, it doesn't feel like it's been such a short season, and but all those things that we've been doing are starting to pay off now that we are playing the real season.
Yeah, and of course you guys probably more than any team in the county had most of your people back, and you obviously are breaking in some new goaltenders, but a lot of the rest of your starting lineup is back. So you guys felt pretty good to begin with coming back.
Yeah, we have the senior class we have that has 6 or 7 seniors, and I think we have 3 or 4 of those guys who've played consistent varsity minutes since their freshman year, and the rest of their class has played a pretty big role the last 2 years as well, and then some underclassmen who've had a couple years of varsity experience as well now. It's kind of all coming together this year.
Yeah, it's a good mix of kind of the veterans and the new guys, because you've got some freshmen in there playing, doing a lot of good things for you, and like you said, a big senior class, so it's a good combination.
Yeah, and that's what's really exciting too, is the freshmen we've had. Corbin, who plays in goal some, has done a great job there, and then Hayden Shepard, who's started a couple games and come off the bench, is a really threatening player up top. So yeah, it's really, that's what I think makes us dangerous, is that those young guys can step in too, and we have a little more depth than we've had in the last year or so.
Yeah, Hayden Shepard with 3 goals and 3 assists already, so they're making an impact.
Yeah, he's one that I think he's going to have a real special career at Southern. I can see him being up there on that all-time goals list if he stays healthy and sticks with it.
Yeah. Of course, his brother was your goalie. So.
Yeah. One's really good at scoring goals, and one's really good at stopping goals. It's weird how that works out sometimes.
Yeah. Well, obviously, like I said, you lose your goalie. You've used 3 different guys back there. I know Connor, Patterson, Corbin, Kimball, and you've even had Dewey in there a little bit too. Kind of. So what's that competition look like right now?
It's something we didn't have because we just had Austin last year, and he was kind of on his own level. This year, especially Corbin and Connor have done a really good job of battling for that position, and they both bring unique skill set to that position, because you think goalie probably from the outside seems like they just do one thing, they could use their hands, but different games require different skills from that position, and it's nice that we have one that kind of fits a different role for those games, and I think they have a good relationship with each other, and they keep pushing each other and working harder, and even since our preseason games, we've seen a huge improvement in both of them already.
Yeah, I mean, do you going game to game, you kind of just based on how they practiced or the matchups, or kind of how have you kind of done it so far?
Typically more of the matchups. when we go back and look at how they practice, they're both two of our hardest working players. The only time they've ever, I think Corbin's missed twice to go play football, and besides that, neither one of them is, they're always there. They're always working hard. So it's at this point, it's more about those matchups.
Yeah. Well, looking at offensively, you guys have had 10 different guys score a goal, which through 6 games, or that's pretty impressive. That's a lot of teams rely on just a few guys to score most of their goals. So that's obviously a great benefit and shows your depth.
Yeah, and that's something that's I think last year, a lot of people will look at when these other teams go into games, they'll say, okay, who scored all the goals for them last year, and so they kind of focus on those players, but we're so well-rounded that's actually opened up the door for some other players who've taken off, like Avery this year I think he's leading us in goals, and that he's a name that you didn't see on the goal, our top goals last year, but he was able to get a few, and now that some of these other guys are getting, shut down, he's kind of had an opportunity to step up in those areas, but have quite a few players who are dangerous, and I think that's what we strive to do as a team, is we don't want to be a one-player team.
Yeah, Avery's just a junior, didn't play a whole lot last year, just 2 goals, but already 11
He played
goals
defense for us last year.
Okay.
So he was on the defensive end. So he played, I think, almost every game. He has a couple he was out for injury, but just completely different role this year.
Yeah. And is Rue kind of taking a different role? Because, it seems like he has 3 goals, but he has 7 assists. He looks like he's looking to be more of a facilitator.
Yeah, and I think it kind of goes back to that when he's on the ball, especially these teams in the 11th region, they know, because he plays club with a lot of those guys too. They kind of do their best to shut him down, but that does leave open that those opportunities for other players. And I think Rue's a really smart player, and he's realized that if he can help us in other ways, that's just as good, as long as we're getting results and getting better as a team.
Yeah, he has already 7 assists on the season, and like you said, you got Micah Whitaker. Obviously he scored a little bit last year as a freshman. He's just continues to improve and get better too.
Yeah, and Micah's great. He's got such a good attitude on the team, and he's always upbeat and positive about things. And he's one that keeps working harder, and I think that if we look to, I don't want to look too far to the future, because we rely on Micah and Hayden now. But looking to the future, Micah and Hayden, this will be their team in a few years. That's really exciting that they're so young, and they're really good at getting goals for us.
Yeah, and you've also got, Garrett Wickersham, a senior. He only had 5 goals last year. He's already got 4 this year, so he's stepped up more offensively too.
Yeah, he's one that kind of like Rue this year that's had to play a couple of different roles for us, just as we try and figure out the last little bit of what our best team on the field is. But just Garrett, Rue, 2 great players who. They'll do what the team needs. They have a great attitude about that. If that's playing defense, I think they'd play defense for us and not complain about it. I'm not sure about goalie, but pretty much anything else we ask them to do, they're going to just buck up and do what needs to be done.
Yeah, there's so many guys to mention. Cam is as fast as anybody in the county, really. He can stretch the field and make things happen.
Yeah, Cam's one that we've relied on this year a lot to really break teams down, and goals that might not have come to like that be the thing he's got for us a lot yet, but he's really good at getting other guys in scoring positions or moving the ball from defense to offense for us. Puts in a really good shift every game. Really creative player too, that makes it difficult for other teams, because eventually they're gonna if he does get open, he can score. I think he's probably second or tied for first on assists, or pretty close to Rue if Rue's got the most.
Yeah, I think he only has 1 goal, but he has a bunch of assists. But it's like I said, the 2 losses on the season. But you had Lexington Catholic in the season opener. You jumped on top of them. You had a lead for quite a while, and then last week against Dunbar, you guys scored early. It was Avery Davidson had a goal, and you guys led for about 45 minutes. So you tested yourself against some of the best teams in the region, and you've been right there with them.
Yeah, in both games, it's the issue we've always had in 11th region competing is just that issue of depth, and we've got to find ways to compete, in the last 15, 20, 30 minutes of a game. But, seeing that early success in those games does give us the belief and shows the guys, hey, we can hang with these guys for most of a game. We've just got to figure out that last, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes of a game when other teams are able to throw in 7 or 8 more guys who are at the same level as their first 11.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, it's Tuesday night. Are we going to be on turf or grass? Are we not sure yet? Or
just probably depend on weather.
Yeah.
Either way, though, I will brag. We have, I think, the 2 best fields in the county. Our grass field is looking amazing this year. We just got the new turf field that looks amazing as well. We probably have 2 of the best fields in Central Kentucky, really. So either way, it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, and great atmosphere. It's you know how it is. You haven't been here that long, but you've been here long enough to it's been four or 5 years now.
This is year 5.
Yeah, so. 5. So you've been through these, and you know what this is like. And I think it's a heated rivalry. I think it's a respectful rivalry. I mean, we've seen it get a little emotional at times, but nothing horrible. But there's a lot of passion out there, and it'll be a dogfight. Yeah,
the kids, and that's the thing about a local rivalry too. The kids know each other. The fall they play against each other, but in the spring they're all playing together, and then they go back to the fall. And I think that the classes we have now probably have more of that playing at high level club together. So it is emotional, but I think there is that respect because the kids know each other so well.
Yeah, well, you guys had won 3 straight districts until they knocked you off last year, and I'm sure that's one of the goals is to get that back. But there's this odd thing though, this rivalry. It seems like the regular season matchup a lot of times has a different result than the postseason matchup, and it's been the weird thing here too that recently it seems like the visiting team has won a lot of these games. Yeah, that's just coincidence, or is this one of those weird, odd things or something?
Yeah, I think the last 2 years. I mean, Central last year they were a different beast. I mean, with the talent they had and being ranked so highly in the state all year. But if you look back to years before that, I think we had a lot of success. But they did. You're right. They got us at home that in 2020, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 7 of the last 8 matchups between these teams decided by either one goal or a shootout. So don't expect a blowout tomorrow or on Tuesday nights.
I think it'll be a close affair for sure.
Absolutely. So who'd you bring with us today, or bring with you today?
Cameron Hechemy and Hayden Jakubowski, 2 of our seniors.
Well, we're going to talk to them here in just a minute. So we'll be right back.
The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing. Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote.
Wynn's Auto Detailing Service.
And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms.
All right, welcome back. We are joined by Cameron Hechemy and Hayden Jakubowski, which I butchered that, didn't I?
Yeah, a little bit.
What's the proper pronunciation? We were just joking off camera about
Jakubowski.
Jakubowski. Okay. I'm sure you get that all the time.
All the time.
One you too, Cameron, right? With Hechemy.
Yeah, all the time.
See, I'm not alone then. So I thought after all these years I may have gotten it right, but I got yours right though.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. 1 out of 2. That's all right. Well, thanks for coming in, guys. You guys can leave now. I just wanted to say your name. That's all we wanted to talk about. No, that's not true. But you got the big Central matchup coming up Tuesday night. I know this is probably one that everybody circles on the calendar before the beginning of the season, like we talked about with Coach. It's a heated rivalry, but respect. You play with a lot of these kids on club, so just kind of what's the anticipation like heading into the matchup Tuesday night?
I think we're definitely pretty confident going into it. I mean, I'm excited for how our season is going, and I think we have a lot to offer in the game.
Yeah, I agree. It's also a game, we're not going to underestimate them. Like, we can't. And like you said, we're excited about our team. So we're excited how this is going to go.
Yeah, like I said, 4-2 on the season. Both those 2 losses come to good 11th region opponents. Take the Dunbar game, for example, the other night, where you guys were led for about 45 minutes. They did get 3 on you late, but kind of what confidence do you guys take out of playing a top-notch team like that and up there and almost being able to come up with a win?
I personally, I do have a lot of confidence after that. I mean, that was a big booster. It's a really good team, and in my opinion, 2 of their goals we could have stopped. It's just like Coach was saying, they have just more depth than us, and we just can't play a full 80 minutes as hard as we can.
Cameron, what did you take away from that?
I mean, they're definitely a pretty hard team to go against, but I was proud of how our team held up against them. So I think it showed I think it helped boost our team's confidence a little bit. It showed that even against really good teams like that, we can still hold our own.
Yeah, and you guys, a lot of pieces back from last year, some new pieces as well. Obviously, new goaltender, but I know a lot of people. I know it's funny when I call around and do the previews. Everybody, all the coaches like to say the other team is the favorite. So you call up X coach and they say, well, they're the favorite and they're the favorite. And I think a lot of people thought you guys were the favorites to reclaim the district championship. You guys put much interest in that, or you just got to go out there and play, and it doesn't really matter what anybody thinks, I guess.
It's just another thing. Like, we can't listen to that. Like, we can't underestimate these teams' model. I mean, they've they've been on a strong start right now. Like, we can't underestimate teams like them, so we just got to go out there and play.
Yeah, I'm with Hayden. Can't really underestimate them, but I think we're pretty confident in our abilities.
Yeah, well, you guys had 3 straight district titles until last year, so you guys know what that feeling is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, kind of talk about about how this team is a little bit different from last year, though. I mean, like I said, a lot of the same pieces back, some people in different roles. And compare and contrast kind of how things are different from last year.
I'd say the biggest change is probably having Austin leave us, our goalie. Mm-hmm. He was a pretty big part of the team. But just like Coach was saying, Connor and Corbin have been great to work with, and they've been doing pretty good at implementing themselves into that role. So I think it's all coming together.
Yeah, I agree with him. Like, Austin, he was definitely by far our biggest loss, and it's hard not having him anymore. But I feel like we've been able to focus a little bit more, knowing that we don't have that piece in goal. So we've stepped up our game a little bit.
Yeah. How about his little brother? How about
he's doing great.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty good
as a freshman.
Yeah,
stepping in there. So you guys got a lot of younger guys too. I mean, Micah played a lot last year as a freshman.
Yeah.
Kind of who are the younger guys that have stuck out to you guys, to you seniors?
Probably Micah, Hayden, Mason Davis.
Yeah, Mason.
He's a very good asset, and can't forget about Dalton as well. Dalton is also a very good asset to have.
Yeah. Corbin, for being a freshman, he's fitting right in. He's doing a good job. So.
Yeah. Coach talked about the goalies and kind of the different styles. When you guys are playing in front of them there, does it their different styles kind of impact how you play?
Yeah. A little bit, yeah. You can definitely tell the difference when each are in goal, but they both have their good qualities. They're just a little different in certain ways, and you got to adapt to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kid like Avery's come on with 11 goals. And like I said, Coach said he moved up from playing mostly defense last year. That's a big change. Talk a little bit about him.
I love having him over me because I play the 10, so he's right over me. He makes amazing runs. It was definitely new because he went from defense last year to striker this year, but I like having him up there a lot.
Playing back there with him last year, I could definitely tell he was new to center back, and he's been saying for the past 2 years like he wants to play striker, and I guess now he's proven why he should have been playing striker.
Yeah, 11 goals in 6 games. So
yeah,
he's doing something right. Had the 1 goal the other night against Dunbar as well. So. And you guys, you guys playing multiple games in a week, it's a little bit different than, say, football or a sport like that. Do you guys look at a lot of film? Have you guys looked at film on Central? Did you go Saturday to watch them play Warren Central? Or kind of how do you guys prep for game, I guess, week by week, I guess?
I mostly watch film. I have not watched film over Central. I've been to one of their games, but I just watch our own film, and I just look at what our team's looking like, what we can fix, what I can fix, and we just go off that, fix that in practice.
Yeah, I think it's not like football, right, where they watch a lot of film and that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if they're close by, we'll stop by and watch them, but I think we're all kind of more focused on our own growth than pay attention to their skills and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it should be a big crowd. It's always an adventure. It's always fun. What are you guys looking forward to most about Tuesday?
Just that it's a hype game. Everyone gets excited when they're playing their rivals because, everyone shows out. The energy's high. Everyone's all excited. So I think everyone's excited, to have the atmosphere around them.
Yeah, I agree. The atmosphere is just going to be amazing. And I just think that we're going to come out a lot harder than we have the past years after that district championship last year. So it's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, of course, they're a lot different looking team. And you guys got most of your pieces back. They got a lot of new pieces, but they've obviously shown that they can reload and just put new kids in there and doing pretty well too. So it's gonna be a dogfight again.
Yeah,
it always is. It's always fun. Like I said, 7 of the last 8 decided by 1 goal between these two teams. So don't expect any blowouts on Tuesday night. So I got to ask you about tennis. You did play a little bit of tennis last year. Kind of moving forward, are you still interested in playing tennis at all? Or
yeah, I think I'm gonna play the whole season this year. Last year I didn't play the whole season, but they made it to where you could play for regions, so I joined in for regions pretty late in the year, but I think this year I'm going to play the whole season. I'm not really sure if I'm playing doubles or singles yet. I mean, preferably I like to play doubles, but ever since Chase left, it's been a struggle trying to find a partner.
Yeah, I thought you told me you were going to play with Root.
But I'm trying to. He said he doesn't know if he's playing this year or not, so I guess if he doesn't play, I'll play singles, but I'd rather have him to play doubles. So we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, had a lot of success playing doubles, so it's,
yeah, I miss Jace.
You're a pretty good doubles team. It's all those brothers doubles teams are pretty good. We had the Gads at Berea a couple of years ago, won a region championship. So there's that instant chemistry there, I think. So been playing together forever. So well, appreciate you guys coming in. We're going to be there Tuesday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm trying to get Randy to come down there and maybe film it. But he's a little busy. Yeah, he's a little busy. I know, busy. But we'll definitely be there, and looking forward to it. This definitely is one of the ones I always look forward to, because it's anybody out there who thinks soccer's not a physical game. It's a game, with a bunch of little tiny guys that don't like to hit each other. Come out and watch one of these games. It's as physical as any football game you'll ever see or anything. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and it definitely gets a little heated. There's been some there's been some celebrations and stuff over the years, and we won't get too much into all that, but there's been some extracurricular stuff, but nothing too bad though. I mean, it's all in good fun. So But all right, well, appreciate you guys coming in. We'll see you on Tuesday night, and that'll wrap up this week's edition of the Richmond Register Sports Show. And we'll be back next Sunday with a brand new edition and a recap of the week that was in Madison County sports. On Twitter, we are Richmond R Sports, and on Facebook, it's Register Sports and RichmondRegister.com. So see you next time.
The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote.
Wynn's Auto Detailing Service.
And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. Thanks for watching the Richmond Register Sports Show. For more information about all things sports in Madison County, log on to richmondregister.com or on Twitter. And like us, Register Sports on Facebook. Get the Richmond Register directly to your mailbox, or get the app online and visit richmondregister.com.